Namato Mundashigranana Taranam Paramananda Madhava Sri Chaitanya. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much for joining, and so we'll continue Chaitanya Charitamrita. So thank you for coming. So first 13 chapters is more or less like philosophy, but we are slowly entering into the pastimes. So today we'll the tree of devotional service. So Lord Chaitanya, chapter 9 actually, Adilila. So he is the tree of transcendent love of Krishna. Krishna Prema Marataru. And he is also its gardener, Malakar. Data Bhokta Tad Phalanam. He is the bestower of that fruit. He is also enjoyer of that fruit of bhakti. So this tree, how this bhakti tree started? First one is the seed of this tree is Madhavendra Puri. Seed of this tree is Madhavendra Puri. Madhavendra Puri is the seed of the prema in this universe. What a personality, Madhavendra Puri. We are just fortunate to hear the name of Madhavendra Puri. So Madhavendra Puri is actually the seed of this tree. He's a kalpa vriksha from the spiritual world. He's a kalpa vriksha from the spiritual world, and Madhavendra Puri. And what is that? When there is a verse, the 8th verse of Sikshashtakam, written by the Sikshashtakam, was the only thing available. That was written by Lord Chaitanya. And what is that? Asalishava Padaratam Banashtama Madarsanan Varmatam Krotava Yadhat Pathava Vidadhat Lampato Prananadasta Sayevanapara. Whether whether you embrace me, giving me pleasure, and push me away by making me broken hearted, you are my Lord birth after birth. Wow. This verse was spoken by Srimad Radharani. She knows the meaning of this verse because she spoke. Lord Chaitanya being Radha and Krishna combined, Lord Chaitanya knew the meaning of this verse. The surrender, the epitome of surrender. You are my Lord, birth out of birth. Whether you take me close or you push me away, whether you reject me or accept me, you are my Lord. Wow, what a surrender. But there is one more person who knew the meaning of this verse, that is a Madhavendra Puri. So Madhavendra Puri is the one you all know very well. He is the one when he was in the Govinda Kund, when he was chanting, Gopal personally came and gave him the pot of milk. And even today, if you go to Govinda Kund of Govardhan, which was actually by the side of the Govardhan hill, and it was Gopal who came in the dream and told Madhavendra Puri, when there was an attack of Muslims, this Pujari, he took me from the, he left me in the bushes, so I am feeling so much heat. I am waiting for you to come. Please retrieve. It's Madhavendra Puri who discovered the deity of Gopal and who installed him. And Madhavendra Puri, what is that? He doesn't know anything difficulty. He knows only one thing: service to Krishna, irrespective of the difficulties. Wow, that is Madhavendra Puri. So then Gopal said, Madhavendra Puri, you have installed me, you did all this Abhishek, every day there is a festival, Annakut festival, so many people, villagers are coming, but I'm still feeling heat, I need Chandan. So go to Himalaya Hills, Jagannath, near Jagannath Puri, and bring me Chand. And it's so difficult, not like trains and flights today. This is like this is like mm, long before even 600 years ago. More than 500 years because long before Chaitanya appeared, this is Madhavendra appeared actually. It's a grand guru of Lord Chaitanya, of course. So Madhavendra Puri went. So for him, it's only one thing: I will execute the orders of Krishna, no matter what the difficulty may be. Hare Krishna. You know that Madhavendra Puri, when he became invalid, he brought the Chandan. And again, Gopinath, when he stopped in Remuna, Gopinath stole kheer for Madhavendra Puri. Hare Krishna. Only Gopinath stole. So Gopinath stole kheer. Just stole for him so that he can taste, so that he can make it. Wow. So today actually I went to Remuna, I think last year or before last year, you know, before last year. And so sweet. It's called even today. It's called Kheer Chor Gopinath. And why he stole kheer? To please Madhavendra. So nice, day, sweet deity actually. So my point is, my point is that is Madhavendra Puri. But he became invalid and then due to old age, before he left the world. His disciple Ishwar Puri took good care of him. Guru also trains the disciple how to leave the world, how to leave the world. He would clean him. He would pass everything on the bed, without complaining. Ishwarapuri, but Madhavendra it was like a volcano of love. Where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? I Dina Dayardra Nada He Madhuna Nada Kada Alokya Se Hrudiyam Tud Alokya Katram Daita Brahmya Sekim Karamyaham. That separation, Madhavendra Puri. Where is Krishna? Where is I Dina Dayardra Nada He Madhura Nada? So seeing the mood, though he became invalid, that is the body. But heart is so volcano of love. So Ishwarpuri never complained, took very good care of him. Seeing his moods, he would read Bhagavatam for him, and they would discuss. Ishwarpuri Madhavendra was so pleased with Ishwarpuri. So when we please in bhakti, two things: we need to please the Guru, and Krishna. Guru and Krishna, two tracks, and of course, Guru includes devotees. Very important. Wow. So, what is that? So, because Ishwarapuri pleased him, Ishwarapuri became usually the devotee, eventually the spiritual master for Lord Chaitanya, who is not different from Krishna. Hare Krishna. Yat kripatamho mande, shigro vandanatarana. What is not possible when Guru's mercy is there? Right? So, during Ishwarapuri time, this sapling, I mean, this tiny seed, you know, the seed of prema was cultivated and became a sapling. And during Ishwarpuri time, and to establish the importance of Guru in the path, irrespective of which yoga you follow, Guru is needed. So, to exemplify that, Lord Chaitanya accepted Ishwarpuri as spiritual master. In fact, he did not reveal his divinity until he was initiated, only to show the importance of Guru in our lives. Then when it came to Lord Chaitanya, it became that this bhakti became a big tree with so many branches spread everywhere. Lord Chaitanya he is the gardener, he is the trunk of this tree. But this tree has 9 roots. All the this tree has the 9 roots. The what is that? Uh, the God brothers of God brothers of Ishwarapuri. You know, the God brothers of Ishwarapuri. Paramanandapuri, Brahmanandapuri, Brahmananda Bharati. You know, so they're all the roots. But Lord Chaitanya's trunk. You know, so then this tree, what is that? Lord Chaitanya says, the fruits have unlimited bhakti fruits. Alone I cannot do this. I cannot spread this. I order everyone, the famous words, Bharata Bhumi is especially to Indians. You've taken birth in the holy land of Bharatavarsha. I order. Bharata Bhumi se Manusha Janma. You know, say Hoila Manusha Janma. Yar Janma Sarda Kori Karo Paropakara. So you did the perfection of your life by accepting bhakti, applying bhakti, then you give it to others. Preach. Usually in India, there nobody preaches actually. And we don't have any political motives. What is that? Go back home, back to Godhead. Prabhupada came, said this, oh, no, go back home. This place is a material world is a place of suffering. You know, then SARS, Ebola, then what might go, this is chikungunya, then what is that? Um, SARS, AIDS, you name it. You know, the world is full of diseases only. And adhyatmika, adhidevika, adhibhautika miseries. Some of you manage old age. Old age comes and the body becomes weak. So when we see our grandparents, no, they will become old. I will not become old. No, that is a foolishness. And devotees like this, they are becoming old. Madhavendra Puri became invalid. No, I will not become invalid. That is foolishness. Right? You know? So accept bhakti, realize you're not the body. And realize you're not the body, real spirits, perform bhakti and cleanse the heart, all the impurities. And awaken that love of God, go back, come back to Godhead. You know, attain the spiritual form and go back to spiritual world. Going back to spiritual world in future starts from today. It has already started, of course, for all of you, or many of you, but become serious, right? So don't wait until Gajendra, you know. Gajendra surrendered only when he was clutched by his feet was clutched by the jaws of crocodile. Crocodile came and caught him. Not don't wait for that. Surrender today. Make bhakti the goal of life today. Make bhakti not as a spare wheel but a steering wheel of life. Right? Then you'll attain the perfection of life. So Lord Chaitanya, what he did, he gave this order. I order everyone. Yeah, Krishna, right? Please take it up. Especially people who are intelligent, especially people who have a lot of pious deeds in the past lives. They only can understand the importance of a spiritual bhakti, a spiritual life, bhakti life. Others cannot. Every sunrise and every sunset, we are one day closer to either to the next life or to eternity. Ayur Hardavaipamsam Udayan Astam Chayanaso Tasyar the Etakshano Nida Uttama Shloka Vartayat. But that person was dedicated his life to propagating Krishna consciousness, Krishna Bhakti, is one day closer to attaining Krishna. Wow. For this one reason, we started Radha Gopijan Vallabha Temple. For everyone. And people support will open more. Because nothing comes with us. This is the only thing how much we have chanted, how much service we have rendered. Uh, you know, so like for example, we should make Krishna proud. We should make Radharani proud. We should make Lord Chaitanya proud. We should make like Nityananda Prabhu proud. And we should make Srila Prabhupada proud. So the tree of bhakti has two branches, very big branches. One is Nityananda Prabhu and this bhakti tree. Another is Advaita. They have delivered so many people. They brought so many people to Krishna consciousness and took them back to Godhead. And what is that? So what is the unique thing with Lord Chaitanya? Pure bhakti, not Vaikuntha bhakti, Vraj bhakti. The doors for Vrindavan, Krishna, Loka, Golak Vrindavan, they're open. And Panchatattva, they came and they planted, they distributed everywhere. Lord Chaitanya as Krishna, Mageva, na mage keha, patra va patra. Mageva ha mage keha, patra va patra. Ihara vicharana hi, jane deyap matra. Whether you ask it or not, he'll give you. Whether you qualified or not, he'll give you. Patra, dekhi na dekhi stan. Lord Chaitanya never find fault with anybody. One time these disables, these drug addicts, Prabhupada went to Prabhupada and asked Prabhupada, what is our qualification? Prabhupada said, you have no qualification. I made you qualification. Sometimes I think, I'm so fallen. Why I came to bhakti? Greed, envy, lust, anger, pride, with all these things. I know so many people who are very genuine. Why they didn't come to bhakti? Wow. Lord Chaitanya, causeless mercy, Srila Prabhupada, causeless mercy, Hare Krishna. So anyway, my point to you, mageva na mage keha patrava patra, ihara vicharana hi jane deya matra. Lord Chaitanya, please give to more and more. And I see in all the gurus in ISKCON, I allow them, and not just the gurus, but many devotees actually. What is real compassion? Giving Krishna to others. Okay, cooking food, and that's good. It's not nothing, We should do it. Why not? And somebody's in need, medicine, but giving Krishna, telling them about the spiritual world, and taking them back home, back to Godhead. That's a real, so we should do service to body, mind, and words all the time, right? So I'm the only gardener. How many places can I go? How many fruits can I pick and distribute? It is a laborious task to pick and distribute alone. If I don't distribute alone, what shall I do? How many can I alone eat? Lord Chaitanya would eat fruits, Like when you become a devotee, Lord Chaitanya is happy. As a devotee, Lord Chaitanya as a devotee, he relishes. As Krishna, he also relishes. Your bhakti. Very interesting thought. Bhakti, what is that? Krishna never says, I am Supreme Lord, come and serve me. He says that. But Krishna also became servant of Arjuna. Why? Arjuna is fighting for Dharma. So the horses are Krishna's servants. Sorry, Arjuna's servants. So Krishna is telling to Arjuna, I am Das. What dominates in the spiritual world? Krishna or Radharani? It's love. Like in a family, wife and husband, what dominates? Both. The love dominates in a true, very, very devoted family, because so likewise, Krishna is Shaktiman, no doubt. But Radharani controls Krishna by service. People don't understand. If you can control the spouse by service, not by yelling. If you serve anybody, they'll become, if you serve sincerely, they'll be, they'll become grateful. So Krishna is a supreme enjoyer. Shaktiman, Radharani is Shakti, but not different. So what dominates? Prema dominates. Saprasad Chaitanya Devo Yasya Prasadate Tallila Varne Yogya Sadyasya Adhamopyaham. I wish by his grace You know, I wish the Chaitanya's grace, by which even a fallen soul can describe his pastimes. Krishna's courage Goswami said, I am Adamo, I am most fallen. So we should all, I mean, at least I should think I am Adamo, most fallen. You know, otherwise, what qualification we have? Hare Krishna. So now we are entering into the Leela, the philosophies. Actually, there are a few chapters. The Nityananda, the devotees actually 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. So Nityananda, Lord Chaitanya, Nityananda Prabhu's, what is that? How this branch of Nityananda Prabhu spread. Then how Advaitacharya branch spread. Then how Gadadhar Pandit Prabhu, Gadadhar Pandit branch spread. You know, and the different devotees. We should know all the devotees in Krishna Lila, they came down in Gaur Lila. So Bhakti Ratnakar and Gaur Ganadish Deepika, they explain this, details. And what is the devotee in Krishna Lila and in Gaur, what is the name of the devotee in Krishna Lila that came in Gaur Lila, So Bhakti Ratnakar written by Narahar Sarkar, he speaks on this, right? So, Adil, I think, it's very extensive. I encourage you to read the different devotees. Oh, amazing. Actually, why I loved Chaitanya Lila, I am fallen, who am I, everyone will love, But, what is that? I told Dhruva, sorry, Prahlad, pure devotee. Pure devotee service, pure devotee service starts, Prahlad. As you go forward in Bhagavad, but if you see Chaitanya, everyone, Hare Krishna, whether it is Cultivates Sridhar, Shuklam Brahmachari, whether it is um, Haridas Thakur, Vasudev Datta, Vipra Vasudev, or Shivananda Sen, I'm not talking about the main ones, but that, say all these incarnations, they descended, and they would behave like an ordinary simple people. Srimati Srinidev, the brothers of Srimad Thakur. That's so, what is that? Amazing, amazing devotees. The hairs will stand on end when we talk about this, So, the real pleasure is actually, I was the other day reading Ambarish Maharaj. Wow. Bhagavatam says Ambarish Maharaj is of meritorious character. Bhagavatam is telling, it's like, your father comes and tells in the absence of his son, my son is great. That is a true greatness, Today, of course, in material world, greatness is considered how much, what is that, how he did well in material world. His credits, scores, and 50, 60 years later, he won't be there. Nobody will be there. Generation changes after 70, 80 years, right? Hare Krishna. You agree? Bhakti. Whether it is Gadadhar Pandit, whether it is Yugal Kishore, wow. Shuklambar Brahmachari. What personalities. We don't need to become, we cannot become like that. But we should know. We cannot, of course, they have unlimited Krishna's grace, Lord Chaitanya's grace. But we should know. Now, gopis are there, that's a level. That's impossible. Gopis are telling when they blink Krishna, the eyes of Krishna, like Brahma is useless. Brahma has created these eyelids, because that is there. We cannot even see you. We don't even think we blink our eyes. But gopis felt that as a disturbance, as an obstruction. That is gopis. And gopis want to go to hell eternally just to relive Krishna's 15 minutes a day. Wow. That is bhakti. So, what is that? The devotees are described in next 3 chapters. And now we are starting Adilila. Adilila, Lord Chaitanya's appearance. So Adilila is 24 years. Adilila is 24 years. And two things, the Lord Chaitanya is split up in 2 parts, and life is split up in 2 parts. Adilila and Seshalila. Lord Chaitanya was on this planet for 48 years. Then it disappeared. And Lord Chaitanya disappeared. 24 years Adalila, the rest is a Sesha Leela. You know, he was in the householder, in the householder life. So in the 24 years of Balya Leela, in his first 5 years, Pauganda, we'll see that, Kaishora and youth. Then the Sesha Leela is again split up into, at the age of 24, Lord Chaitanya took sannyas. Only to deliver people. Hare Krishna. Then, in that 6 years, he traveled. He traveled. All travels up to north, Vrindavan, down up to Kanyakumari. Then he traveled preaching. But 18 years out of 24, he lived in Jagannath Puri. He gave this Prema, Krishna Prema. My Lord Chaitanya is special. He would give freely Krishna Prema. Anybody would see Lord Chaitanya, they would get instant Krishna Prema. Especially, if Lord Chaitanya is pleased with them. Right? So, so what is that? Actually, they split up into 2 parts, and 6 years travels, and the 18 years in Jagannath Puri. The first Adilila was recorded by Murari Gupta, the incarnation of Hanuman. And the next Seshalila, it was written by, Sarudhar Goswami's personal secretary. So the information was taken from this in these great illustrious personalities. Sarudhar Goswami is actually, what is that? Lalita Sakhi, And Murari Gupta is a Hanuman incarnation. So anyway, we'll start. Upendra Mishra. Lord Chaitanya appeared, you all know Navadvip, the 9 islands. Actually, Navadvip is actually, Radharani wanted to one time perform the Rasa Leela. So Radharani manifested by her desire, in the Rasamandala, this Navadvip 9 island place was manifested. So that Navadvip descended from spiritual world, Krishna Loka, to the material world, the 9 islands. Upendra Mishra is actually Parjanya, the father of Nanda Maharaj and Krishna Leela. So he was a resident of Sri Hatta and had 7 sons. He was a resident of Sri Hatta and he had 7 sons. And his 5th son was Jagannath Mishra. Jagannath Mishra is actually Nanda Maharaj. In Krishna Leela is Nanda Maharaj. And Jagannath Mishra decided to Nilambar Chakravarti. Nilambar Chakravarti was Garga Muni. And Nilambar Chakravarti had a daughter by name Sati Devi. She was actually Mother Yashoda in the Krishna Leela. So when they were married, Jagannath Mishra, a scholar, Vedic scholar, he decided to live on the bank of Ganga, and he moved to Navadvip. So our Mayapur is actually right now situated on the island Antardvip. Anyway, so what is that? They did not have children. Now they had 8 daughters born, but everyone couldn't survive. So what they did, they intensely prayed. So before, for example, before Krishna would descend, he would descend his parents, right? Likewise, when Lord Chaitanya, before Lord Chaitanya descended, he sent, all these his devotees, Jagannath Mishra, Upendra Mishra, Sachi Devi, Nilambar Chakravarti, Haridas Thakur, and Advaita Acharya, Srivas Thakur. All these people he sent, So that time actually, what is that? Advaita Acharya was the leader. Advaita Acharya was the leader in Navadvip. And he would preach bhakti. But people who are very, very, Navadvip, actually we are discussing Chaitanya Charitamrita. Chaitanya Balilila, Chaitanya Bhagavata was written by Vrindavan Das Thakur. And like yesterday we covered whatever Vrindavan Das Thakur did not, that Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami covered. So actually, what is it? Chaitanya Bhagavat is very sweet. Chaitanya Leela Das, Vrindavan Das, So Chaitanya Leela Vyas, Vrindavan Das, yeah. What is that? Advaita Acharya was the leader, and we saw people. Actually, Navadvip was a seat of learning. Like today, what is that? So different places in India, they are for if you want to get into IIT, you want a coaching, you'll go to this particular place, Kota, Rajasthan. I know. So different. There are some places like that. People go and they receive training. Likewise, those days, Navadvip was a seat of learning. All the scholars of the world were present in Navadvip. People would go and learn from them. People would go and learn from them. But when Advaita Acharya saw that everyone was very, everyone is educated, everyone is rich. This is India, very rich. But nobody is interested in bhakti. They would spend their money, on what is that? Different occasions, rituals. Birthday, marriage day, that thing, this thing, this thing. Or once in a while, they would worship, what is that? Chandi, Durga. And even if somebody is very serious, they would do like a morning one time, a morning and evening they say, what is that? Hare Krishna. They would remember, Avno Bhagata Vasudeva. That's it. He felt pained. So in the Gautamiya Tantra, he saw this verse, if you offer Krishna a tulsi leaf and Ganga water, and and invite him, then Krishna will fulfill your desire. And Advaita Acharya on the bank of Ganga, he started calling intensely, my Lord, you only can descend. And as a preacher, he was, so humble, he never felt disqualified. So anyway, Advaita Acharya called, offering his saligram, this the Ganga Jal and Tulsi and Ganga water. His call made Lord Chaitanya descend. We saw the external reasons, right? So in 1485, Lord Chaitanya entered the body of his parents. And one day Jainam Mishra said to Mother Sachi, your body is effulgent. Something wonderful is happening, auspicious. Lakshmi ji is personally staying at home. People are respecting me wherever I go. And they are everywhere. They are offering me gifts. Amazing. Sachima said, I see the celestials in the sky. They are appearing as if they are offering prayers to me. Amazing. And Chaitanya Mishra said, in my dream, I saw the abode of the Lord enter into my body. Then it is transferred into your body. Enter into my heart and it is transferred into your heart. Looks like a great personality, who is going to appear soon. And when the moon was in Simharasi, Simhalagna, and 1486, it was actually Falguna Purnima. In the month of Falguni, it's Purnima, full moon day. Lord Chaitanya descended. Because that day actually no, what the Supreme Lord, Son Gaurchandra is appearing. What is the use of the moon? There was an eclipse. There was an eclipse, lunar eclipse. And India now it has gone, but whenever there is a eclipse, people would go to rivers and they would intensely throughout the eclipse time they would receive mantras from gurus, and whoever already received, they would sit up to the waist deep, and they would intensely chant because the power is very high. So making use of this eclipse, everybody, everyone went to the rivers and the oceans, and the devotee, the people of Navdeep, they all went and they started chanting Hari 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 Hari, loud Hari 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 Hari. The entire three worlds, they were reverberated with the sound of Hari 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 Hari. Amazing. Alright. So now what is that? When the Hindu brothers were chanting like this, the Muslim brothers, just to mock at them, they start telling Hari 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 Hari. So Lord Chaitanya made everyone chant Hari 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 before even he descended Hare Krishna. Amazing. So what is that? The Hari name inundated the worlds. That is Lord Chaitanya, sir. That is his reason to descend. Why? Just to make everyone chant Hari. Yeah. Though he is Hari himself, but he's coming as a devotee to make everyone chant Hari's name. Hare Krishna. And Lord Chaitanya, when everyone was chanting the name, he appeared. Of course, before Lord Chaitanya, they had, after the ninth son was actually, when they prayed to Vishnu deity, they had Vishwarup born. Then, I forgot to add that actually, then they prayed all these things and they saw these effulgence. When they started worshipping Vishnu, then Lord Chaitanya appeared. So anyway, and Advaitacharya and Haridas Thakur, they were in Navadvip, they were in Ganga, they were chanting, they are chanting and dancing with jubilation. And Advaitacharya, in his mind, he gave unlimited charity. Haridas Thakur said, why are you doing it? And why are we feeling so much happiness, so much joy? They were dancing. And another place, Chandrasekhar and Srivas Thakur, they were also dancing, chanting the holy name, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. They bathed in Ganga, they were jumping up and down, dancing in joy. So there was a jubilation in all the three worlds. So, and what is that? Then Lord Chaitanya appeared. So he appeared. What is that? The so everyone, what is that? One after another, everyone start uh, so the Nilambar Chakravarti, what is that? The Nilambar Chakravarti. So the baby was very effulgent, and Nilambar Chakravarti saw that, the grandfather, when he saw that, he was very, the 32. We'll discuss that. He has 32 great qualities of a Mahapurusha. So when the baby was born, actually, what is that? Said we should perform the Jata Karma. So anyway, so what is that? So when there was an intense jubilation, when there was an intense jubilation, Lord Chaitanya appeared, making everyone chant the holy name, making everyone chant the holy name. So what is that? So this all, what is that? So when Nilambar Chakravarti saw these uh, uh, 32 bodily marks of a Mahapurusha, um, and the symptoms of Narayan were present on his palms and on his feet, you know. So Nilambar Chakravarti was very thoughtful, and what he did, he predicted this child, he'll deliver the three worlds, and he'll preach the bhakti path. He will preach the bhakti path. He will deliver his maternal and paternal families, entire, or the generations this side and this side, he'll deliver them. And he protects and maintains the three worlds. He protects and maintains the three worlds. And for that reason, you name him Vishwambar. For that reason, you name him Vishwambar. So, all right, they named him Vishwambar. Then, what is that? You name him Vishwambar. So, the birth ceremony was actually, what is that? They named him Vishwambar. Acharya Ratna's wife, Chandrasekhar's wife, and Shiva's Thakur wife, Malini came. They were so happy to see this baby boy. And Advaitacharya's wife came in a palanquin. She came and she brought a lot of gifts. So she brought a lot of gifts. What is that? Actually, Chandrasekhar and Shiva's Thakur performed the rituals, and all the ladies came, and that's when Advaitacharya's wife Sita Thakurani came, and she saw that, wow, the Bob. When she saw the baby, he has all these qualities. He's Krishna except the color. Color is only different. Otherwise, he's only, what is that? His color is golden. Otherwise, he's Krishna. And she said, this is Krishna. And because he was born under the neem tree, she said, she said, name him Nimai. He was born under the neem tree, because the neem tree is famous for driving away the subtle entities. So because he was born under the neem tree, devotees, they go to Mayapur and take the little dirt and they eat it, the tree. So anyway, what is that? So he was named Nimai. And because he would deliver the world, Nilambar Chakravarti named him Vishwambar. But from childhood itself, what is that? The baby Nimai, what is that? He would cry. When he would cry, and he would cry like anything. Then people would come and the ladies would come. They don't know how to make him stop. So one day, one lady, so she said, hurry, hurry, he stopped it. Wow. So he stopped, they stopped it. Then this became a game. So they would purposefully stop him to cry. And to make him stop, they would chant. And then realized, wow, so he's stopping. He's stopping only when we chant Hari, 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 Hari. The ladies named him Gaura Hari. Because he's golden color, and what is a Gaura, and he's chanting this. He's making everyone chant Hari's name. He's making everyone chant this Hari's name. So he is called Gaura Hari. So this Lord Chaitanya's Leelas are amazing. Katanchana Srite Yasmin Dushkaram Sukram Bhavet Vismrite Viparidam Syad Sri Chaitanya Navamitam. So Krishnadas Karaj Goswami says, anything very difficult, take shelter of Lord Chaitanya. It will become easy. Difficult thing will become easy if you take shelter of Lord Chaitanya. Dushkaram Sukram Bhavet. But if you don't take shelter of Lord Chaitanya, the easiest thing will become more difficult. That Lord Chaitanya, I'm offering obeisances. Hare Krishna. So, and what they did, he started growing a little bit. He started walking, crawling and started walking. So they would see the footprints, you know, of the Vishnu everywhere. What are the footprints? On the feet of Vishnu, you'll see a flag, a thunderbolt, a conch shell, a disc, and a fish. You know, we don't have that type of things because we are not. So, so Klamar, what is that? Nilam, Jagannath Mishra said to one day Mother Sachi, I think we have our saligram is assuming the form of our saligram is assuming the form of a baby boy and walking in our home. Amazing, fantastic. Then what happened? As they were talking, suddenly the baby Nimai was crawling, started crying. When he started crying, uh, when he started crying, then his mother took him on his lap, and the mother Sachi started breastfeeding. And as she was breastfeeding, she saw his feet. When she saw his feet, uh, she saw the same marks of flag, thunderbolt, conch shell, disc, and fish. She became very, what is that, thoughtful. She called her husband, Jagannath Mishra, and showed it. Hey, it is not the salagram that is walking, it's our baby. He has it. So then, what is that? Um, uh, so then what happened? Um, so his husband saw that he called his father-in-law, Nilambar Chakravarti. Nilambar Chakravarti laughed and said, I already noted these things. This boy will become these are his predictions. He's an amazing personality. He's a Mahapurusha. He's a Purusha incarnation. Like the way Gargamuni said, this is, Narayan to Krishna. Nilambar Chakravarti mentioned the same thing. I saw these 32 wonderful qualities of 32 bodily marks of Purusha when he was born itself. You know, and I said, he'll deliver the three worlds and he'll preach the cult of Prema Bhakti. Preach the cult of Bhakti. And now he'll protect and maintain the worlds. And he'll deliver this side and this side of his family, paternal and maternal. You know. So what is that? There are the childhood pastimes. You know. So actually, one day his mother, she heard, and the baby is walking, but there are no there are no ankle bells. Where are the ankle bells? And she would see the demigods coming and offering obeisances, but she sends, in their subtle bodies. Very interesting. Anyway, so the famous story, the baby Nimai started growing. One day, this Brahman came to their home. This Brahman is a very ardent devotee of Krishna. So he has small Gopal deity with him. So Jagannath Mishra saw him, he was so glad. Actually, Grihasthas, when devotees come, Atithi means he comes to your home without Tidhi. You should receive them. In America, if somebody comes to your home without calling, you can call police also. That is wrong. No, respect. High sort of respect. What can I do? Maharaj Dasharatha offered his entire kingdom to Vishwamitra. Right? So Jagannath Mishra, and what is that? The other side, Nityananda Prabhu, Adai Pandit offered Nityananda Prabhu to a mendicant as a gift, Nityananda son himself. Correct. So anyway, what is that? The Brahmana came, the Jagannath Mishra and Mother Sachi was so happy. We are very honored to have you in our home. Thank you very much. And please, Brahmins, they don't eat from others' hands. Very interesting. So, no, I'm very happy with you eating fruits and roots. No, no, today please cook rice. The Brahmana, what he did, he cooked. He made he cooked with a great difficulty. Cooking doesn't happen like, 15 minutes, right? Those days. So he cooked and finally, he made, he put it on a plate, you know. Everything, if everything we designated for Krishna, okay, separate cup, separate plate, everything. After 3 months, you'll see Krishna in that plate. When cooking our vessels, if we cook only for the Krishna, that's why we don't touch with our hands. Then you can see Krishna in that. Hare Krishna. Very interesting thing, right? Krishna consciousness, how Krishna slowly, based on your sincerity, how he occupies your home, is a science to watch. So anyway, what is that? What is that? He cooked and he rang the, he sprinkled the water and he purified the food. He offered to Krishna and he started reciting, no, Brahman Deva Go Brahman Deva. Suddenly baby Nimai came and he offered, no, Brahman Deva Go Brahman Deva Jayatita Krishna Gonda Namanama. And he opened his eyes, baby Nimai started eating. Hi, 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 hi. This boy has spoiled my offering, whatever is meant for Krishna, this boy is eating. Jagannath Mishra became angry. He picked up the stick. Please, please, sorry, 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 cook again. No, 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 it's already late. No, no, please don't say like that. Cook again. The lady said, Jagannath Mishra, why are you doing this? The boy, baby boy, he doesn't know anything. How can you punish him? Now don't do that. So the ladies kept the baby Nimai with themselves, and this Brahmana cooked again. Second time endeavor. He made an offering. He rang the bell. Namo Brahmana Deva Go Brahmana Tajeta Krishna Gunda Numanama. When he opened his eyes, from nowhere Nimai came. Started eating. Hi, hi, hi. This boy has spoiled the offering. Jagannath Mishra became angry. It's like yes. Yeah, guest, finally guest came and he was such a wonderful devotees, they are trying to facilitate. This boy is ruining everything. Hare Krishna. Then what happened? You know, so no, I think Krishna, see, there is no depression for this Brahman. There's no frustration. I think today it is not written it is not written that I eat food, afford food. Give me some fruits and roots. Wow, what a simple mentality. People become depressed for anything, small things. This Brahmana, whole day he traveled, 2 times he cooked, and he was upset that Krishna, this boy has spoiled, and Nima has spoiled the offering, but he was not upset that he didn't eat. What a mentality. It's all mind. Agree? Then Jagannath Mishra again tried to plead him. They said, no, 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 give me fruits and roots. Then from nowhere Vishwarup came. And Vishwarup like he's effulgent. And Vishwarup, he saw Vishwarup, who is this boy? So Vishwarup folded his hands and said, very, very sorry for what has happened. Please cook once again. No, no, it is very late. No, no, please, it is cook. Cook once again. We don't want you to, um, fast with just fast eating only fruits and roots. So impressed, I'll cook again. So Jagannath Mishra closed the door. He stood there with a stick. Then he cooked again, and everyone went. Everyone slept because late. And he made the offering again. Namo Brahmani Deva Go Brahmani Deva Jayatata Krishna Gonda no. When he opened his eyes, baby Nimai from nowhere he came and started eating. Hi, 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 hi. The boy has spoiled offering again. And baby Nimai, by this time everyone slept. And Jagannath Mishra was sleeping in the chair with a stick in his hand. And baby Nimai spoke. What is my mistake? You're calling me. That's why I'm coming. Immediately displayed Lord Chaitanya. Nimai displayed Krishna form. Balagopal form. The beautiful Balagopal form. Hare Krishna. Peacock feather, flute, standing in threefold bending form. Mayavadi say, you're God, I am God. Everything is Brahman. Where is There is happiness in that homogeneous, non-moving entity. God means Krishna. His beauty attracts everyone. That is Krishna. You will forget yourself for the rest of the eternity seeing Krishna minute to minute to minute to minute, because Krishna's beauty changes minute to minute to minute. And you came to my home. You came to Nanda Maharaj home when I was there. You made an offering. Again you came. You're nice devotee. You're my devotee birth after birth. That's why you call me. That's why your bhakti is so nice. You're such a, so nice. Your bhakti is so nice. I come. I cannot, refrain from coming. This Brahmana couldn't believe his eyes. That transcendently beautiful, you know, Nimai transformed into Krishna. But he said, don't tell anybody. You should not reveal this to anybody. And Nimai began, Lord Chaitanya, so baby Nimai became, so the Krishna became baby Nimai. Wow. This Brahma, this is Krishna. My Krishna has eaten. He started applying that rice on his face everywhere. Oh, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. That is ecstasy, the bhakti. And what is that bhakti? Vrindavan bhakti, Lord Chaitanya bhakti. He started jumping up and down, dancing. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. What happened? What happened? Hare, it is on his tongue, and this is Krishna. But he cannot tell. So the Brahmana did not leave Navadvip. He stayed only in Navadvip. And he would watch the pastimes of baby Nimai. So Prabhupada says, if you continue the path of bhakti in the moment, in this moment, like this common Krishna conscious moment, you will soon realize how fortunate you are, and you will continue. Correction. When the more you understand, the more you would decide to continue. And the more you realize how unqualified we are. Right? So I may be very unqualified, I may be very fallen, but so I wish, when I was reading, what is the humility? He's telling warm in the stool. He's telling, but I am. Hare Krishna. Amazing. So we'll continue next to it tomorrow. Please come. What is that? If I spoke anything wrong, do excuse me for my mistakes. Very grateful. Thank you. We'll end it. And today we have a festival actually, What can we do this, what do you call it? Corona. There is no corona in this world. That's why we have problems. But hopefully that situation will become better. We should all pray, spread tell everyone to chant the holy name. So this online, send this message. If you're a Muslim, chant Muslim, call name of God, you chant. If you're a Christian, chant the name of God. If you're a Hindu, chant Hare Krishna. Right? We are okay with that. If you're a Jew, chant the name of your God. Prabhupada says, if there is no God for your name, chant our Hare Krishna. If you have, chant his name. We are okay with that. Thank you very much. And we'll continue tomorrow. And any suggestions you have, you can send an email to me. Any questions, you can also send an email or text me. Dandavat. Prabhupada ki jai. Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai. Yataya Pad Pavan Gaur ki jai. Radha Gopi Janala Bhagavan ki jai. Dandavat. Thank you.